Don't forget, join us on the 14th, Friday the 14th of November. We're going to be doing a 12-hour live stream.
12 hours!
Continuous, right? To raise money for the victims of Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. There's a lot of people down there have been suffering. So come, join us. We're going to raise money. It's going to be chaos.
We are raising money for 12 hours.
What we got?
I know something that you cannot believe. Jamaica, we have a charity stream. You know them way there, man. You know them way there. Come on, fam.
Join us on Friday. It's going to be mayhem.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to DR Sports. Welcome back to Live at 5 on a Monday after what has been a pretty mad Premier League weekend. As you just seen on the advert, make sure to stay tuned for the 12-hour live stream as well, coming up soon. But today, we've got a bit, you might see just on my right, just on the edge of the camera here, there is half a Premier League trophy because it's pretty much half slipped away from FJ already. But we've got a four-man panel today to talk about a lot about what's happened with Liverpool at the moment, but also diving into what's happened in the Premier League and what this future is looking like in the next couple of months for the league. But today I'm joined on my left by Jack. How you doing, mate?
I'm not great, but I could be worse after this weekend. I could be worse.
It's a mixed weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't a great weekend for me, but I know others have had it worse. So.
Yeah. And then even further on the left, we got AGT in the building.
You alright?
I'm alright. How you doing?
Yeah, been better.
We'll get there. And then on my right hand side, as I just mentioned, we got FJ. Second day in a row, back in DR Sports HQ, looking after his trophy for as long as he can.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
It's not over.
You reckon it's still not over yet?
It's not over yet.
Of course it's not over yet. It's in
Not over
November.
yet. Plenty of time left. Christmas.
Plenty of time to go. But there's a lot we're going to talk about in the next couple of minutes. But one thing I want to raise first, because I was watching Robbie and Mark Goldbridge earlier today on DR Sports, and I think Mark Goldbridge made a fantastic point about the offside, which we'll get into now, but quickly I want to roll the clip.
That's got to be a goal. It's such a bad decision, and I saw what Carragher said on Sky afterwards, and I was saying it on our watch-along. When you look at Donnarumma, he's not impacted by this at all. He goes to go right because he thinks that's the way that Van Dijk's going to head it, and then he sees it go that way and he moves that way. He's not impeded. So how they watch that and go, Robertson's in the way. I mean, Robertson is in front of Donnarumma for a little bit, but as soon as the header happens, Donnarumma's not impeded. That goes in if you take every player off the pitch apart from Van Dijk and Donnarumma. And we shouldn't be trying to stop goals. And that was a goal for me. I think it's...
Yeah, I think that...
Right, so what's happened in the last couple of hours, right? So since the stream earlier on today, is Liverpool have contacted the referee's chief Howard Webb to raise serious concerns about the disallowed goal. Liverpool have told PGMOL that they do not accept that the decision arrived for the subjective reasons. They believe the wording of the law is clear and that no elements of the criteria needed to disallow the goal were met, so it should have lain to stand. And I know you can say, you know, it's 3-0, or it'd be 3-1 instead. But the point that Goldbridge made, which is the same thing that I made on stage. No, I mean in the way of...
No,
okay,
it would have been 1-1.
That game's 1-1, but
it would have been 1-1
that's true.
different game.
But I don't
Different
think...
game.
I think potentially still the game would have still gone Man City's way.
No,
because
no,
those guys
I
said
can't.
no.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
The thing
Momentum changed.
The thing that Goldbridge said, which I think is so true, is you can delete every single player off that pitch, that goal still goes in, which is what blows my mind more than anything. Like, how do you impede it if it was happening regardless of anything else?
Yeah, it's not like Robertson has diverted, distracted or delayed the dive from Donnarumma. It's quite a lot of alliteration there. Yeah, like you say, there is when the ball's in the air and it hasn't reached Van Dijk's head yet, there's a moment where I think it's Robertson and Doku are kind of grappling a little bit in the vicinity of the goalkeeper. As Robertson sees that the ball is almost going like backstick, he kind of moves out and he sees it happening. He's nowhere near in the eyesight, or like I said, delaying the dive, because Donnarumma puts his right boot down and plants it, thinking Van Dijk's going to head it kind of this way. But when it goes the other way, you watch it's a full kind of motion dive without it being stopped, or he's not exactly like trying to look through Robertson and dive. He dives, and it doesn't get anywhere near it, to be honest. And again, if you're taking away these type of goals for these rules, which aren't applicable in this case, in Liverpool's opinion, to the rules, we don't think, you know, the goal had any criteria that was really met with the rules that were presented to Liverpool. So yeah, listen, what I don't want to do is use it as an excuse. We were poor, we deserved to lose the game, because in the end we lost 3-0. But in that moment, and we can only go back to the context of the moments and the times that these controversial decisions happened, if it is 1-0, the momentum, as you say, is with Liverpool, and it is going to be a different game. I think Liverpool would have naturally gone on to score, or try to at least score a second, maybe before half time. And it's totally the balance. It's all over the place if that goes in. Way different. But we made a mistake for the first goal, which is our fault. We made, I think, a mistake for the second goal. It's the same player in question twice. And then the third goal, you sometimes you just go, wow, what a goal. But again, getting out to them, can you make it a bit more difficult? And actually, that was 60 odd minutes. Liverpool did well to not concede again after that because of the obvious kind of smelling of the blood. You want to go and embarrass Liverpool. But the goal should have stood. But in the end, we leave with nothing. But again, I spoke about it on the show earlier. You know, Michael Oliver, you know, with his paid work by the UAE, which is the same owners as Man City, you have to question the conflict of interest because that's now been banned. You're not allowed to do that. The Premier League have banned that.
Was he the one that
because
done
of
the
a conflict
Doku
of
kick
interest
in the chest on McAllister?
Yeah, he was the VAR.
Same
for
guy.
that.
And
obviously
the Trossard red card.
Trossard red card,
City.
but also it's
The Kovacic shin high tackle at the Emirates.
And Man City scored against Wolves and Leicester last season with a player interfering with play that was given. There you go, right? So, and then that was against us as well, which definitely was offside. So I was at that game. So we're definitely hard done by. Let's separate. Two things are separate here. One is we were rubbish and we deserve nothing from the game eventually. But the other one is a feeling of anger because if we did get that goal, we could have gone on to win the game. And we didn't, and the end result is we've lost. But we can still criticise the ref, that's what we've done, ask for a bit more of an explanation. But the Michael Oliver thing, if he was already banned for doing that because of a conflict of interest, I still think it is a conflict of interest now, 2 years after he ref that game in the UAE, than now. So I'm gutted, to be honest.
Do you think that it was a game-defining moment?
Of course
then,
it was.
100%.
In terms of if Liverpool had got that equaliser, it tips the scales.
100%. Because we started slow, very slow, so bad. Started slow, started with the two pivots. Bad start. Konate mistake. Saved the penalty, thinking we're going to gain momentum from him saving the penalty. Then we have a corner. That's like probably our first like real. We're in their box. Salah's beautiful whipping, and he heads it. But I thought ABC, everybody knows the rules. If the player's not in line of the goalkeeper and the ball, then it can't be offside. It doesn't matter if he's beside him. If he's not interfering with him diving or interfering with the ball, it can't be offside.
I completely agree with that.
I understand the other
By the
side.
way, if we don't see, I say this, if we don't see another apology come out, I know we see so many apologies come out. If we don't see another one today, like they have to.
What can happen? What can happen from
nothing?
Do you know what?
Like,
So you almost don't even want the apology. You'd rather have the point or the 3 points.
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
would
no,
rather.
I agree, but like, there's so many apologies coming out. Like I remember a few weeks ago, like you know how you talk about like it's a, as we said, like it's a game-shifting thing. Like when we lost to Brentford 3-1, that's our only loss in the last 7 games. It was Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty, I know, but it was they took 5 minutes to decide that it wasn't a red card when the bloke literally just like went like this and like impeded and Bumo stopped him from scoring. So I'm just using you as an example there, Jack. But and then like that changed the whole game. Bruno then missed the penalty because it took 5 or 6 minutes to come to the wrong decision, and then we then end up kind of we then lose our momentum from that, and then they go on and score a third, and then 3-1. It looks like a terrible defeat.
Yeah,
when at the end of the day,
changes.
probably should have won it.
The offside changed the whole game. The offside ruling changed the whole game. I think if we scored that and the goal counts, we would have pushed forward and got another
Look,
goal.
it was a goal against the run of play.
100%,
If you look
yeah.
at the balance of play leading up to that, I think it was the 33rd minute maybe where Virgil heads that home. So you look at it and go, it's against the run of play, but if you can get into half-time 1-1 and then you've got Chiesa, you've got Isak on the bench, then we're going for it. And actually, even in the second half, 2-0 down, the second goal mentally just killed us. The game was pretty much dead for
Before half-time, yeah.
But the 45th to maybe 60th, Liverpool were on top when we created
Yeah, well,
a few
their second goal
chances.
was against the run of play.
Yeah, the Gakpo chance, if that goes in, who knows? We come back and draw the game at 2-0 if we score that. So, listen, it's on us. We're going to have to
I just can't
find a way to not lose.
I just can't believe that we lost to Bernardo Silva in the middle, Foden and Nico. We lost to them. That Foden don't play in the middle. Bernardo can play in the middle, but he's not like a number one choice to play in the middle. This is one of the worst Man City midfield that we lost to. Doku. Doku, we lost to Doku. Unbelievable. That's not Konate.
First goal of the season, Doku.
There's so many
I
things
think
that's
it
wrong with
is.
that game.
I think he's got like maybe first in the Prem,
In
but
the
he's
Prem, first
Yeah, it
Prem
was
goal
like
of
his
the
first
season.
since like Ipswich or something in April.
Yeah, it's
Maybe-
been a long time.
maybe
It's been a while.
It's a cracking goal though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of Man City fans, even Kim on the show earlier, said he's cussed him out so many times for being a bottle of fizzy pop and, you know, build up is great, but can he deliver? That's the first time I've seen him
End
you know,
product.
in a big game like that
And
score a wonder goal, really. But again, can you get out to him quicker?
Even without the wonder goal, he had an amazing game. Like
Doku?
Yeah.
Oh, he was brilliant.
He had
But do
amazing.
you know what the
in
mad thing
isolation,
is?
he was-
Conor
He was good
Bradley
against
actually
us.
didn't play that badly.
He didn't. But all the 1v1s, Doku had him over. Literally, all the important
There was a
1v1s,
few-
Doku had him
well,
over.
bro, the one that he was winning was where he was shielding it, letting it go out for a goal kick, and Konate comes across and tackles Bradley.
What does Konate do there? Clear it properly?
Leave
or,
it. Trust that Bradley's gonna shield it and let it go out for a goal kick.
Or even pass it
Trust
back to
him.
ki- oh.
There's no.
Bradley.
I've watched it back. That ball's rolling out of play, and Bradley's got it under control.
Yeah, he does.
Konate just wipes him out, and then bang, we're 1-0 down. I say 1-0. They saved the pen, but
The one
Just decision-making
what
from
Bradley
Konate, man.
had,
So
what
inconsistent.
Bradley had, I think,
So
was
inconsistent
Doku.
all season.
Doku had his number in the initial 1v1, but Bradley tended to recover quite well
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's
and
it,
then he
yeah.
was recovering well there, and then Konate just cannons it
That's
into
what I'm
him.
saying.
It
But
was
when-
Konate did not have a good game.
Doku didn't kill us in the wings. He killed us with his free roam. Like
Yeah.
slot. Like I saw this from game one.
But
like,
Salah wasn't coming back to help Bradley at all.
But that's been happening all season.
But if you're
and
seeing
even
their
last year.
tactic is press us as soon as Konate gets the ball, right? Van Dijk is being marked by Haaland. So we go to the right back. All of a sudden, Salah's like halfway up the line looking for that ball. We know Conor Bradley's not the Trent type
Yeah,
to
to
whip
do-
it
yeah.
over the top. I think Mo forgets sometimes that it's not Trent there anymore. And their tactic was just get it out wide. Doku had chalk on his boots. He was so wide and high up that Bradley every single time is obviously naturally more tucked in. He gets the ball and it's one with the overlap, so that's two against one because Salah didn't fancy tracking back yesterday.
Even the first minute of the game, the first second of the game, Doku's on the other side of the pitch. He's on the right side of the pitch. So you know that Pep has given Doku the license to roam all game. Slot didn't change one thing all game. First half, Slot did not change nothing all game. He just got like out tactician. He just got outplayed all game. If you're gonna see Doku's got a free roam, you got Churchy free roam, then you got the left back and the right back bombing forward. Something has to change. So if you're not gonna play two pivot for the first half, and we're still getting killed by the wingers coming inside, something's got to change. If we're not gonna go man for man in the middle with the base of Gravenberch, so Bosley and McAllister, if we're not gonna go man for man there and go for it. What's the point of sitting back and just get annihilated by the wingers coming in?
I thought there would be changes at half time.
So did I.
And
I
no
was
changes.
I was really surprised by
The change he made, it was
Kirkhead.
When I
The
saw
change he
Gomez,
made,
I
he
was
brought
like,
off
oh my
Ekatike.
10 minutes ago, Gomez comes
Yeah.
on.
He
Yeah.
brought off Ekatike, left Wirtz false nine, bring on Gakpo. But in the beginning, I always thought that Gakpo should start. So we have a threat on the left and a threat on the right. So I see Salah try to take on O'Reilly.
Got locked up.
Tried it. Even there's one or two times he got in behind him, close calls, but it's like a 50-50 battle. But on the other side, Nunes, he like free.
How we didn't take advantage of him at right back.
Nunes right back. What a
He had
easy
a
game for him.
fantastic
I-
game going forward as well. Like that cross for Haaland's goal.
Do you know what?
was
It was,
fantastic.
Even
a
that
good
cross- even
but
that cross
how
was
much
like-
time has he got? He does a little stud roll, he
Even
fake
that-
shots it, brings it back. We should be closing that.
Yeah, neither
And let's be honest-
Robbo nor I think it was
No,
Wirtz
it's not
were the
that.
two
It wasn't that. It's before that cross.
We're talking about it on the
Yeah,
screen.
before that cross, Van
They should've closed him down.
Dijk and Robbo switch places.
I
So Van
hated
Dijk
that.
was guarding.
And he stayed there for a while
and he
as
stayed
well.
there for a while. Then he goes back in.
What are
Robbo
you
comes
doing,
out,
bro?
and he's just jockeying him. All right, cool. The cross goes in.
And you know that Haaland's going to go on.
Konate's
Konate
under the cross.
and not Van Dijk. You know he is.
Konate's under the cross.
But the jump, he's got to be getting his full forehead on that. Not
I don't
flicking it on.
understand.
If it's
Konate-
that, or at least back into Haaland to try and get him at least.
He
a little
can't-
more
I don't
position,
even think he
something.
knows
He
if
knows where
Haaland is there.
He can't even touch
You reckon?
Haaland.
That's how
You're like-
little confidence he has at the minute. I don't even know if he knew. I mean, we'd have to watch it back. But the fact that he's flicked it and Haaland's just there ready to
Haaland
get
ain't
any.
got a clue.
Do you know what? It's a very clever finish though, because he knows that Konate is in that situation when the ball's coming across. They're both going up. he's probably thinking Konate's going to deal with this. But if he doesn't, I'll be there
Yeah,
anyway.
100%.
And it's a clever finish. But for Konate,
To be under the ball.
just know where he is. Obviously, arm there and just get up.
You got to be able to touch
I'm
it. Like,
saying it like it's like so easy to just move Haaland away and knock it out.
All
away
6'5" Haaland.
Honestly, but Van Dijk would have had him like felt where he is and maybe stopped his jump and got the leap on him.
Like as a centre back or defender, you should be able to be touch tight to your
At
the
least
person
know
you're
where
marking.
Haaland
Yeah,
is.
know where he is. How can you?
Be
How
like,
can they
right,
cross
where's
it?
Haaland in this?
Even-
he's coming.
right,
So
but
I'll-
even
if
though-
you contain Haaland and Foden scores a free header, you can at least be like,
Yeah.
look,
Oh,
at
understand.
least I
Understand.
locked Haaland out
Yeah.
and that he
Haaland
goes
also
in.
with-
But don't leave him. of
It's
all
Haaland.
people.
How do you not know where the 6'5" Swede is?
But even
Sorry,
that-
not Swede, Norwegian.
Norwegian.
6'5" Norwegian.
Well,
Man. How do you not know where
You
he
can't
is?
be under the cross.
I was chatting
You
to Liverpool
cannot be
fans
under the
before the
cross.
game, and they were
Which
like,
ones?
some of my mates from home, not you. And they were like, this game will be decided by Haaland versus Van Dijk. And they were like, he won't get a sniff. Van Dijk won't give him a sniff. And I was like,
Doesn't need a sniff
But he
off
might
him.
peel onto Konate.
Yeah.
I was like, what if the game's decided by Konate versus Haaland because he's a little bit smarter? And they were like,
Yeah.
maybe he gets a sniff.
When
And then he did.
when the lineups came out, this is exactly what Doyle and I were talking about. It was the fact that they had got Foden on the right. They kind of had Foden on the right hand side, but Foden wasn't going to be a touchline winger on the right flank because they were going to let Nunes go up. Is that Foden then moves over slightly towards the centre? You remember we were talking about this? Foden moves towards the centre, which allows Haaland to then attack Konate instead because Van Dijk's going to be too busy trying to look after Foden and
So
Turkey
poor.
on the right hand
So
side.
poor.
Meaning
So
that they
poor.
set up like if maybe the centre back should have swapped round for the game because Haaland was always going to go more towards Liverpool's right hand side than he was their left flank. So maybe he's moving around, but
It's happened to us as well. I mean, Haaland always peels onto Saliba because he prefers that. I think Mateta peeled onto Saliba as well because they know if you're physical, you're going to get the better of him.
I think
So
Haaland
they
always
do it.
prefers going towards his left rather than his right. Almost every, like you say, Saliba, I think.
Saliba's
he plays on the right.
our right side of
right
centre-back,
centre back.
yeah.
Same with us as well. Like when we're playing in the back three, when we played Man City, he was going for our right centre back, not our left centre back. Like he prefers doing it. But one person in the comments has made a good point. Where I've lost it now. Ali121A says Slot has got it wrong all of this season. So I want to ask you, Jack, does Slot need to make some big decisions on his big players who are potentially underperforming and give others a chance?
Do you know, it reminds me so much of England's golden generation where there's so much quality, but it's like, I don't think there's a way you fit them all in. Like, you're going to have to make a tough decision. Like, if Scholes doesn't play in that England team, Scholes doesn't play in that England team. I think he's got to do something similar with Liverpool of you're not getting Isak, Ekitike, Vert, Salah all into the same team. You need to find a system that works. And then, I mean, like City do it quite well. Where like they'll have some great players that won't play because he switches the team around. It's just, can you keep everyone happy? You know, can you sign a striker for 30 million, and then justify to him, I'm not playing you. I'm going to play Ekitike this game, even though you're the same sort of profile.
Yeah, but the thing with that one is
can you keep everyone
he has
happy?
been injured. I think he had 2.5 kind of training days before a game like this. And at 3-0, if it's 2-0, it's different. But if it's 3-0, as Arne Slot, you look back and go, I'm not even going to risk
No
it.
point.
I'm not going to risk this. And do you know what? I did say, when all this talk about Isak was so hot and lively in the summer, I think for that price tag, I think if we're honest, Liverpool fans, we knew his injury record before he came to Liverpool. And now we've seen it, he's probably started maybe 3 or 4 games for Liverpool and he's been injured for a lot of them. Listen, more than anyone, you and I and all the Liverpool fans in the world, we're hoping and pretty confident in the fact that he will come unbelievable for Liverpool. But right now, we're seeing that side of Isak, which is, he's not really fit. He's just coming back from injury, which I know you can't help it necessarily, but 135 mil. We've got to be seeing way more from him, way more from Wirtz, way more from Ekitike at the minute, way more from Kirkes, way more from Frimpong. It's everyone we've signed. And again, that isn't saying that they won't come good because we've got them all on big contracts. I do believe all of them in their own right go on to have good careers at Liverpool. And I'm not just blanketing them. I do think individually there's a reason why we bought them all. But right now, there's a lot of soul searching. I mean, if I see Arne Slot on a plane to Dubai or Tenerife, bloody Benidorm, Ibiza, I can't see that this international break. I need you in the AXA, magnets on screens, playing around, thinking up a new way for us to get out of this slump. And bro, we come back, We'll probably have 1 day's full training with our full squad, and then we've got Deitch coming to Anfield, and you know what he's coming with.
And that's different tactics.
He's bringing bricks and mortar.
Literally.
What's the general
build.
consensus with Slot when it's like match-going fans?
Match-going fans.
Still very much in favour?
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Yeah, we don't we don't do that. But the match-going fans, you know yourself, they're so different to what we see online.
Oh, 100%.
The sentiment that you come out
across every club
a match with compared to if you go online, it's just, I don't even know if they're watching the same game.
They might be following it through Twitter. I know, like, a lot of fans will be doing that.
Yeah.
I do feel a bit sorry for him that obviously you can't really complain when you're given so much quality in the summer, but then you do have to find a way of making it work. It reminds me a little bit, and not entirely, of Ollie. United had a really, really good thing going, and they were like, "Well, we're signing you Ronaldo because he's Ronaldo." And it was like, "Well, it doesn't work." Like,
we made two really good transfers that summer, and then right at the end signed a striker that we didn't need.
And it was like, "Well, you're going to have him. You're going to have to play him. It's going to ruin the way that you play, and you're going to have to figure it out." And then you got significantly worse. But it was like, "Well, you've got to do it." And Slot's got a similar thing now, where it's like, "You had a good thing going last year, and we're going to add like 6 players into it. You're going to have to find a new way of making it work." And how much of that was him saying, I need these players, and how much it was the board being like, we're getting you these players? I guess we'll never know.
It's the Isak one that I feel is more bored than Slot. Slot might have gone, I need a striker, and they got the Ekitike, and I reckon if you hadn't got Isak, Slot would have been all right with that, potentially. But then because you were so gung-ho on Isak from the get-go, maybe Liverpool thought they almost had to do it because they couldn't be seen to be...
And also because...
backing down from a 5
Isak needed it done as well.
He did, that's true.
Because on his side, he was pining for it as well.
Yeah.
So it's but us having 2 strikers, I don't think that's a new thing.
Yeah.
Every club's got 2 strikers. So eventually they'll they played 35 games each last season, yeah? So they played the exact amount of games last season. And Arne Slot said in the press conference, we play, 60 to 65 to 70 games in a season. So add 34 and 34 together, they're going to both play about the same amount of games, I'd say.
Yeah, I hear it. There's another, just back to the game as well, Doyle had a couple of things to say after the match. So he was obviously on the live stream with you and I, and he was, maybe his views changed 24 hours after the match, but at full time he wasn't the happiest guy. We've got a clip here to show you.
He said they systematically dissected us. I think Pep's looked at how Slot played last season and found the perfect counters to it. Doku was the best player on the pitch from first minute, and he was exceptional. He had a goal. Did he get an assist as well to cap it off?
Just the goal.
Well, the goal itself was wonderful. He was finding pockets of space everywhere, taking his man on, taking 2 men on at times. Haaland got his traditional goal. They absolutely and utterly professionally beat Liverpool. I don't think it was an effort part of Liverpool. I don't think they failed when it comes to running and trying. They just weren't good enough. It was quite that simple, and it's really disappointing because... Yeah, it now definitely confirms that all we're going to go for is top 4. We thought we were going to end the week really well. But fair play to City, they were absolutely brilliant today.
Yeah.
Every single part of the pitch, they beat us. Every single battle, they beat us. They deserve to win that game in every single way.
So effectively, what Doyle was saying, what we're speaking about a lot, was that it wasn't necessarily that Man City were the bright, shining, gung-ho, swinging Man City that we've known in the past, but it was just systematically dissected Liverpool. And I think a lot of that had to do with, like as you mentioned earlier, to do with the midfield battle. It was Liverpool being like Liverpool are like you see those two midfield threes, midfield fours, whatever line up. Liverpool have the physicality there. But it felt like the technicality just outdid the physicality for that game.
I don't think it was the technicality. I just thought we just let Doku do whatever he wants. He was going anywhere in the pitch. Foden wasn't alive. Churchy wasn't alive. No one was really alive to take the game from Liverpool. If we lost the game, the aim of the game is don't let Haaland beat us. I get that. I don't think Haaland won the game for Man City. How can we just let Doku go wherever he wants on the pitch? Turn around, run at our players, do whatever he wants. 1v1 against Conor Bradley, I saw a lot of players doubling up, helping out. That's what we needed for on that side. The effort side, I can never talk about the effort side. I just think that our manager just let our players, just left them out there. No tactical changes, no changes. Half time especially, I think he should have changed something. I'm a big fan of words. big fan of Wirtz. But I don't know if that was Wirtz's game to play. Ekitike needed a bigger game. Ekitike was lost. No runs in behind. He didn't
There was a
open up the
couple
pitch.
where he's tried to do that run where he's on the shoulder,
Which
the
one?
inside shoulder of the left centre back, and he tries to make that dart in
Who?
between the left centre back and the left back. And Bradley had a chance to put him in.
Ekitike.
Who, Ekitike?
Ekitike, and he made the run. He did.
But
did
you know,
try.
He wasn't supplied.
he's off the ball running. He's amazing. He'll always run for us. I didn't see no.
I just wanted to see.
I didn't see no over the top for him in the mid. No,
No,
all
nothing.
the over tops was for Salah. I didn't see one over the top for Ekitike.
Whenever Ekitike is on the ball near the box, it's danger.
It's danger.
And I want to see him have more touches of
We
the
didn't
ball.
even get a chance to like play around the edge of their box. We didn't even get a chance to. Our pressing yesterday was shocking.
Bro, I already hate this Forest game, you know.
Our pressing yesterday was so bad.
It's 2 weeks away.
So bad.
Pressing was rubbish
So
compared to
bad.
Madrid.
So bad.
And I know
We're
it's
doing a
easier
4-4
to get up for a Madrid at Anfield
Yeah.
under the
We're
lights.
doing
but
4-4-2 pressing with Szoboszlai and
They were pressing us.
Ekitike. We got the ball out the box, so our goal kick. We get the ball out the box, and they're just swarming us. We can't even go right back, from right back to right mid, or right back to in the middle. No triangles,
And we
nothing.
couldn't give Van Dijk the ball because he was marked by Haaland. And he's our
Nothing.
ball playing centre back.
And that's the crazy thing about it.
And they out-tacticked
They
us.
let Konate get the ball. So in the first 15-20 minutes, Konate had the most touches in the whole game.
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
Yeah, because he was just under the cosh.
There's
They were
a
just
reason
targeting
why.
him.
Konate's meant to be a big
Well,
player.
Haaland and Foden saying, right, we're marking our man. You go and pass it to Konate every single goal kick. And
What-
again, when you've got Ekitike up top, I'm not being funny, you can just go long sometimes. Not every single one has to
And it
be
was
passing
raining.
out
It was
from the back.
raining. It was raining. Good conditions. Open space. They're playing high line. Diaz. When you got Diaz, you could surely have little legs on Diaz. There was another chance with Salah. A little toe poke or a little slide or something to get there first. I can never put that on Salah though, but there's little minor errors. I think all the errors. I think we lost the game because of errors and tactically like taken off the pitch.
That's what I was. So you say the errors, but I was going to mention. The more I see of Liverpool this season, the more number of times that you ended up winning. Obviously, initially a lot of your games in 87th minute to the 96th minute, like it was in that area where you finally scored that winning goal. You were being like at points done in by a 10-man Newcastle, etc. The more I watch it, the more I just think maybe Slot just doesn't have another idea. Like he had his first idea, which worked last season. Obviously, he then also had Salah, who had like an all-timer, outrageous, potentially cannot be touched again campaign in terms of his individual numbers. Does Slot he might just not have another idea apart from this, because Pep just schooled him. I think regardless of what we can talk about, the Van Dijk goal, against the run of play maybe would have helped Liverpool. I still can't see any other way of Liverpool winning that game, even if that goal just stood. Because at the end of the day, City would have regrouped and done it, because they missed the penalty. That would have given Liverpool some extra motivation. City regrouped, continued, scored. If Liverpool had scored that goal with like an hour to go, I just still see it as City would have sat there, regrouped, scored. Because as Doyle mentioned, and as I was saying to Doyle beforehand, the way they beat Liverpool wasn't through momentum, or it wasn't through just like this. It was just systematically taking you apart and just ripping through you.
Which is scary when you consider that Slot had Pep's number last season tactically.
Twice.
So,
Yeah.
Home and away.
But it's almost like
there is no plan B.
He's rocked up and gone, we're going to do it again. And Pep's gone, well, I've watched the last two games, so no.
And it's not just that Glasner.
Yeah,
Think about
Glasner's got the
like
number.
Glasner in the last few seasons, like obviously the last couple of seasons, like he was saying, do that again and we'll beat you again. They did it again. Palace beat them. Then Palace beat them. And then Palace just keep beating you because Glasner knows how to beat Slot. And he just then keeps doing it.
I just think that the five back is so hard. Liverpool hate five back. But anyway, I'm saying all this.
Well, get better at it then.
Before the game, it was 7 points. After the game, it was 8 points. It's only 1 point difference, So Liverpool fans are saying it's over. It's over. It's not over yet.
Over yet.
It's not over
Danny
yet.
Murphy made a good point
It's
on
not
Match of
over
the Day. He
yet.
said, points-wise, of course, it can be got because we are in November and there's such a long way to go. And Arsenal's kind of previous track record, it can happen. Some people can catch them. But at the minute, performance-wise, it's not Liverpool.
No,
that
it's
are
not
gonna
looking
do
like
that.
it.
But until it's mathematically, I'm always going to believe.
100%.
This is what we do.
100%. Because if City can catch Arsenal on his 4 points and everyone's expecting Arsenal to crumble. Everyone's expecting Arsenal to crumble. But I always said until Christmas, I want to give it till Christmas, right?
I can't see
So
it.
even when you guys come back from international break, you guys got some,
We got, yeah.
you know?
We've got
So,
Spurs,
Chelsea.
Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Brentford, Villa.
Tricky. And
As I run
surely
up to Christmas.
that's
And
not
then
5
it's
out of 5.
Everton away, Brighton, and then you in the new year
On a Thursday night.
on a Thursday night under
So
the
what
lights.
is that?
It's like a Europa League game.
there's still a lot of games to play for and a lot of points to play for, but I still believe that Liverpool might drop points. We might lose a game here and there, but
Yeah, that's the question.
As long as we
do
chase
think
you guys-
Arsenal will lose 3 more games than you
yeah,
between now and the end
No,
of the
I
season?
can't-
Is the
I
question.
more
can't
than
see
or
it.
from 3 more.
Well,
from,
we
you
need to
Liverpool-
lose 3 more games than you do if you want to catch us because it's an 8-point gap. So do
But-
you think we're going to lose to get 3 more?
but last year you didn't lose the league
Might
by
be draws,
losing
though.
games. Yeah,
Could be draws, but
Just
what,
listen what
how
I'm
many
saying.
more draws we need to get? Like
you
5?
didn't lose the game. You didn't lose last year by
Could easily
losses.
get 5 draws from
Yeah,
here
I'm
and
saying,
there.
but 5 more than you get. Are you backing yourself to go on a City?
As
yes?
in-
If we get 10 draws,
Yeah,
You need
this is what I'm-
15.
yeah.
well, we're not.
Like-
we don't draw either. To be fair, we just win or lose.
Win or lose.
we don't
But
draw.
You throw the kitchen sink in. It's
Yeah.
like we're finding a winner or we're losing it.
The first game week back, so I'm just looking at this, obviously international break, like kind of melding
That's
in,
the
talking about
monumental
Liverpool.
match
This is what I
week.
mean. This match day back, you've got Forest at home, City have got Newcastle away, and you've got Spurs at home. So as much as this game week has been, Liverpool didn't gain any points, Arsenal only got 1, City got 3. It can quickly go like very different
But
again.
we got the Avengers coming back.
Who?
We've got
Oh,
our entire attack is
Who's the
turning up.
Avengers? What's
His whole this is
Everyone.
This is the
We
thing
got
I
like
want-
way.
6 attackers
this
turning up.
is the thing that I wanted
How
to
many
mention
goals
about
have they all
Arsenal.
scored between them? Your Avengers.
That's a
that are
great
coming
question.
Would have
back?
been injured.
That's a great question.
No, because if they're called the Avengers, then they must have at least double
least
figures
something.
each.
Well, this season.
Yeah, tell me.
Anyway.
So the Avengers or the Pretenders?
Okay, well, Gyökeres has like
1,
4.
4.
Yeah.
In the
What,
Prem.
against who? Leeds and
2 against Leeds, 1 against Forest,
Stat Padder.
1 against Burnley.
Oh yeah.
He, dominate small teams. That's what we want him to do. Havertz has 0. Madueke
Gabriel.
has 0.
Right.
Martinelli has like 1.
Right.
Jesus has 0.
Okay, so about
Basically,
5
basically
goals.
be scared.
Okay.
But also, you've just mentioned 2 players who haven't played this season, so it's hard. It's hard for them to
What
get.
about
goals.
last season?
Barely
then?
played.
Last season, Havertz did
How
well.
many did they all score
Havertz
last
got
season?
like
Gabriel Jesus, I don't know if he played last season.
he came back from injury, got 5 goals in a week, and tore his ACL.
Oh wow.
There you go. Fuck. The ratio is crazy. 2
So
games,
yeah,
5
he had a
goals.
really good week, but Havertz had a good start.
It's just the games coming. So it's that
Rest
game
my
week,
case.
and then the game week after that is City have Leeds at home, Liverpool then have West Ham away, and then you've got Chelsea. So as you're saying, you've got a couple of tough fixtures coming up for
That West Ham
Arsenal.
away could be tricky now.
Yeah, it could be tricky, but you see that one, we have to
Lads,
win.
it's West Ham.
Our first 2
They've
games.
not had a good season.
If we don't win what's our third game? Who's our third game?
Then the game after that is then Sunderland at home.
If we don't get
You've got
9 out of
Forest
9,
you got Forest at home,
the season's done.
West Ham away, and then
If
Sunderland
we
at
don't
home.
we
get
don't get
9 out
9 out
of
of
that
9,
season is the
Yeah.
titles.
If we don't get 9 out of 9, this
You
gone.
pretty much. So December is when there's like 6 games, right? So you
Yeah.
got end of November, and
Christmas.
then all
Let me
have like
see,
6
how
games.
heavy is that?
this was heavy.
It's actually quite heavy.
Hey.
It's actually fairly substantial.
Is it great? It's alright though, isn't it?
Champs, yeah,
It's alright, man.
It's a
You get a
good-
bigger one than that. as well.
Good little prop. But basically, Liverpool effectively need to go perfect until the end of the year.
They did it. You get a bigger one than
we
that.
can share it.
Yeah. I really think
Gotta
you
milk it,
basically-
don't we?
You have to go
Oh,
perfect until the end of the year.
100%.
Anything else, and it's done.
The weird thing is, the only time we've ever gone perfect and created a run that we'd actually need again now was, the end of the 18-19 season and up to March of the following season. I think out of 105 points available, we got 103. Which is, that will never happen again.
No.
That will never happen
No,
again.
That's a
again.
mental
Yeah.
statistic. Well, I remember like you and City, what was it, like 13
That's
games in a row or
mad.
something, or 10 games in a row, you guys both won. Towards the end of the season, they just stayed 1 point ahead of you for the entire time.
Yeah, we've been on some crazy runs under Klopp.
Yeah.
What do you think if Klopp was our manager right now, we'd be... I'm not saying replace him with Klopp, I'm saying just forget the in or out thing, because I'm obviously in, but forget that. Try and think of what Klopp would have done in these last few games. Because I think he would have beaten Madrid. I think he would have beaten Villa.
Yeah,
But I don't think he would have stood for
City,
that
yeah.
performance yesterday.
But City's a hard one for him. City and Klopp's a hard
No,
one.
it's mad because he won the first ever game he had there, 4-1.
Yeah.
But
then-
knocked them out of the
also-
Champions
I was
League
about to say,
there
the
and then
Champions League,
didn't
you
win
had some
there in the
great
league
performances
again.
there. Did you not win there in the league again?
No, City's a problem for us.
We won there
I
last
think
year.
Pep had like 1 league win at Anfield in that era as well. They just didn't beat each other.
Oh, yeah.
You just
Away
smashed,
from
you
home.
just smashed
Just
it at
beat
home.
the
Oh,
home
yeah,
team,
yeah.
Yeah. I do want to move on a little
Good
bit
question,
with
though.
this title
What do you think?
race.
If we have
Does it
Klopp, the
change
last-
much? Do you think Liverpool put in a better performance if you had Klopp?
Maybe for that game specifically, yeah.
But maybe
because
in the last 6 weeks, obviously all the losses have been going on. Do you think Klopp maybe handles that better? Because he's the guy who knows how
Klopp
to go
did
from the dumps
lose
and up.
6 home games in a row at one point, but he didn't lose the away games as well in that period. He was kind of just scraping results, and even in that season when we lost 6 home games in a row, we finished third.
There's a stat that you guys said earlier on. The yearly calendar losses.
Bro, don't worry about that one.
That's
Just move
wild.
on.
That is wild. If you want to say it, let me say it.
No, I don't want to say it.
Wild stat.
I mean, I know the Amorim one. Slots lost more games than Amorim this year.
Crazy stuff.
Which is mental considering how bad we've been.
And Arne Slot lost 1 game as a manager in 2024. Did you know who that was against?
Forest.
And who have we got next?
Forest at home.
Different Forest now. Different Forest now. It's a
No.
different
You
Forest
say it's a
now.
different Forest now, bro. It's Sean Dyche's Forest.
Oh, no.
You've got these guys running around for Sean Dyche. It's gonna be crazy.
Who was their manager last year? Was it
Nuno
when they beat us at
Yeah.
Anfield?
That's a different
Well,
Forest.
it was Nuno for about 2.5 years,
Yeah.
and then he got sacked, and then they had Ange for 39 days, and Ange banked 7 million from
Do
that.
you know what? Yeah, early goal. Get 2 early goals in that game. I think we'll do it.
What do you think, Jack,
Maybe.
about it? What do you think about this title race, huh?
I was going to ask him a bit more specifically. How do you feel about Man City breathing back down your neck again?
I don't like the
You don't like it,
the
do you?
Sharks. I mean, I've been here twice.
We've
and
been there.
fallen.
Yeah, we've been
I've
there.
been there twice and lost both
We've
times.
been there from January.
You've never been
Wow.
the Shark, really, have you?
No, we've just been. Well, we tried to be a shark
little
last year,
fish.
but it was like a little hammerhead thing. Like we weren't really like.
Dolphin.
For like 3 games.
We were a dolphin.
Dolphin.
Yeah, dolphin.
What are you thinking? 4 points.
Because they're right
he knows
there,
it's
bro.
very doable. That's what he's going to say.
It's very doable, but we're not the same Arsenal as like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, it was the like.
Plucky underdog Arsenal.
Well, we started the season on fire. They wobbled, so we sort of fluked our way into a nice lead. But they had like treble winning team, like ridiculous Haaland, and it was like they were always going to catch us. I think they still had to play us twice at one point because it got cancelled. Like we were always going to get caught. Year after that, they were incredible. This year, it's like if Haaland doesn't score or if Haaland gets injured, can they churn out? I mean, they've already lost 3 games.
Ain't that crazy, though? Everyone's scared of one player.
Yeah, but it's not a 3-team title race. It's 2 teams and a player. It's Arsenal, Liverpool, and Haaland.
Yeah, but that's exactly what Laurie said when we did live at 5. I think it was on the Thursday last week. He was like, "We're not competing for Man City. We're competing with Haaland for the league title."
That's why.
That's exactly how it is. But I think that's not a disrespect to Man City. That's just a complete compliment to Erling Haaland.
It's just whether they can deal without him. Because even the years that Arsenal have challenged for the title before, it's been like Haaland gets a little injury, but then Alvarez and De Bruyne come up with some mental partnership. Or the end of the first season, we challenged for the title. Haaland went a bit quiet, and Gundogan started rocking up with bicycle kicks.
Literally.
Like, do they have that this year? Like, who's going to be that guy?
Contributions.
If he doesn't score for 3
Well,
games
so far
in a
it's
row,
looking like Doku. Doku's
But
3.
he's only
He's
got
got.
one.
He said he looked like Doku. Doku's only got 1 goal season.
Of all season, he's got 7 goal contributions this season across all comps.
they just don't have
That's
that.
not bad.
Yeah, but even like Gundogan would always chip in with like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Like in a few
De
games.
Bruyne gets you 12,
De Bruyne comes in
13.
with a few.
Foden
Alvarez.
saw a little
But
something.
then now they've got it's Cherky, Doku, Silva, and
Then none of them are getting over
Foden
10.
effectively.
Like, none of them other players around Haaland is going to get over 10 goals. So I always think that if you guys don't run away with it this year,
Who do you prefer to win it?
see.
Okay. Cheers, guys. I thought that was going to be a nice little like.
If Arsenal win the league this year, my life is over. My life is over. That's why you guys ain't going to win it.
But just because you don't want.
Because
you just want it to happen.
Sunderland done made the blueprint, you know? Just let Arsenal, don't give Arsenal corners. You guys just had 2 corners that game.
We scored 2 goals from open play.
It don't matter. Give them 2 corners, they'll take only 1 point. So if you had 4 or 5 corners,
We were gassed out. Completely gassed out. You could tell.
in the game,
Yeah.
the Sunderland game. But so just
He made 1 sub.
on that point, big up for the super chat. Utkarish Singh has said Arsenal only conceded 2 shots on target versus Sunderland and generated over 2 xG. Should have killed that match with easy chances. Results orientated opinion isn't matching the eye test. So effectively, because some of the comments here, you're talking about Shark City smelling blood. Is it blood or is it just a case of after having such a good run of not conceding, xG just caught up with you a tiny bit?
I don't know. I think the first half Sunderland were definitely the better team. Like they deserved to 1-0 up. They had us rocked. Like the atmosphere was crazy. The ref was on some like atmosphere thing. To be fair,
by the way, I'm loving all the comments of the Sharks. Yeah,
I've seen a few Arsenal fans that are saying, you know, Zubimendi didn't foul him, and then they scored from that free kick, so we were robbed. But it's also a free kick in Sunderland's half. Let's not try and pretend the ref caught. Maybe Rice shouldn't let it bounce and then let Ballard run off him. So, but. Yeah, first half they were by far the better team. Second half we came out. It's probably the best I've seen us play this season away at Sunderland, to go and get the goal back and then go and get a nice second goal, and then we just gassed out. I mean, we subbed on Mosquera. We had no attackers on the bench, and you could see for the equaliser, Saka's walking, Marino's jogging to stop the cross. Like they're gassed.
I think a lot of the Premier League teams this weekend, like Delit for our game against Spurs, said the same thing. He was like, towards that game we were just exhausted.
Yeah,
I think our team was exhausted. You were just getting run round.
Sunderland made a triple sub with 20 to go, and it was 3 attackers. And I looked at our bench and was like, oh god, we've got Wanyeri, Dowman, Harriman, and Noose. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do here. So he just brought on a centre back and was like, hold on, and then we didn't.
That was 3 attacking subs.
And it's not a foul for the goal either. Like Gabriel's just got to be a bit stronger, and Ryan's got to not
with
just.
That,
He done it again. He done it against Newcastle. He's doing it again.
What do you think of that? He does like to. Yeah. It's almost like if he knows
he's in trouble.
When he knows he's in trouble, it's kind of like evil coward's genius. Way out.
The Newcastle one, 100% coward's way out. He just gets bullied by Voltemade. Sunderland, I don't think he has any right to win the ball. To be fair, I think he's thrown himself at it with a hope, and then
it's the first header that you don't win as well.
Yeah, he doesn't win the first one, and then he tries to appeal for the high boot. But if you can't scissor kick in this day and age, what can you do?
Someone needs to tell Declan Rice to stop doing long throws. He can't. Yeah,
for all this chat about long throws and Arsenal are winning the league, we are awful at them. We don't have anyone that can throw it.
Yeah.
How much is Coyote worth?
Ooh, I mean, to be fair, Brentford are on fantastic form. So
how long till we go full NFL and we start signing special teams? We just get a long throw.
25, 30 million.
And they're so dangerous, you know. Yeah. All these long throws are more dangerous than corners.
Who's yours? Who would be yours? Joe Gomez, if he plays.
Yeah.
He can throw it in.
Other than that,
well, yeah, I think the long throws, they're more dangerous because they go higher in the air. So you genuinely have no idea where it's going to land.
Like the Sunderland's one. No, it's not Sunderland's. It's Brentford's one.
Coyote is. He can hit the back.
That one. It's just like straight in there. But the lap's the worst one ever.
Man.
The lap's the worst one ever.
Yeah, he was pretty good. We've got a couple of videos coming through actually on the WhatsApp. So I do want to say, if you want to get involved, obviously this is not just our show, it's your show too. Get involved in the comments. But if you want to send a video thing or a voice note in, right below me, you've got a WhatsApp number. Send a video in or send a WhatsApp note in. And then throughout the week on Live at 5, we'll be going through some of your opinions, asking questions. We do have a couple here that we've got lined up. One is Chris, and he's a Spurs fan, and he's got something to say.
Hey, DR Sports, I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Not the best results for me, but you know what? That's what we do as Spurs. My question is for Arsenal this time. The Sunderland-Arsenal game was a fantastic watch, but we all said that they were going to be a hard team to play against. So my question is do you think Arsenal are going to start capitulating like they usually do and start trying? Do you think Arteta's going to start changing too much and trying to overcompensate? Or is this a new Arsenal, new year, new champions on the way? God, I hope not. But do you think that they're going to learn from that result and go, okay, we carry on, we move on, and we're going to go for that title? Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you very much, Chris. That's a great question. I do want to add context to his question. We'll talk about Arsenal's next 5 fixtures. So you in the Premier League. So you got Spurs at home, Chelsea away, Brentford at home, Villa away, and then Wolves at home. That's a mixed bag of fixtures.
It's a mixed bag.
How many points out of them 5?
15.
Woo! Well, all right, ask him again. How many points out of them 5?
15.
Okay,
I hope.
Prediction.
I hope.
Prediction. I see 13. I see a draw.
I can see a draw at the Bridge.
Draw at the Bridge.
And I think Villa will be difficult. Other than that,
What's your record like at Stamford Bridge?
We've not lost him in ages.
Is Palmer back? Hopefully Palmer's back.
I don't know. I asked a Chelsea fan today, and he was like, "We don't know where he is."
Well, you think he'll get 3 points off Tottenham?
At home, they've not beaten us at Emirates since 2011.
But their away form is fantastic.
Their away form is good. Frank will come with the 5 at the back, mid block. Let's find a way of getting a result thing, which will be difficult to break down.
Yeah, it'll be a midfield of Pape Sarr, Bentancur, and João Paulinho.
Yeah.
And then Kudus probably will be back from that.
I reckon if you don't win that game, that's the start of the snowball effect.
That's because then you go to Bayern, then Bayern Munich come to the Emirates in a few days, and then everyone's tired going to Stamford Bridge.
Then you're gonna Stamford Bridge, yeah.
And then Brentford come to the Emirates and start dashing long throws at us, and then it's
you lot better
dark.
put the boards in. You better put the boards in.
We can't.
Oh, no, they're set already.
Yeah, I'll
Aren't
post that move.
I didn't realise how much of a track around Stadium of Light there is.
Yeah,
They did it last year against
Big
Coventry
track,
in
isn't
the
it?
playoffs.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Because Coventry was putting long throws in, and they just went no.
So what do you think?
Yeah, in terms of Chris's question, like, is there a capitulation chance here, or is this just a bit of a, like you say, a blip? It was a draw where you conceded in the 94th
And it's a
minute.
team that I think will take points off a lot of people this season.
They've got the best home
like,
record in the league, right?
Yeah, it's not like drawing away at like Burnley or something. It's like, oh wow, like that's like a real outlier of result. Like teams will draw at Sunderland or lose at Sunderland, but I don't think we'll capitulate. I think the mentality in the team is a lot different to what it has been in recent years. Especially
It looks it.
Even when you look at the media stuff that's come out, a couple of years ago, Arteta's on some crazy, it's a disgrace, it's a high boot, and the atmosphere around the club is all negative and you can feel the cracks from the outside. But even it's like Gabriel's come out and gone, yeah, we're treating us like we drew, but we're treating it like a loss, like we're annoyed, but we'll be back. I think Declan Rice tweeted something that was like, perspective, we've won 10 of our last games, so one draw really ain't that bad if you look at it as a whole run, like 10 wins and a draw.
That's got to be 3 points.
When you're going for titles,
we'll
though, Jack, it's like if you do draw a game, it is seen as a disaster. I remember even in
100%. But
February,
you can't see
right?
it as a disaster. You have to shake it off.
Well, the fans see it as a disaster still.
Yeah. But the players have to
But
be
the
like,
players,
cool, point,
they
we
treat
move.
it as like a loss. But I remember in February when we drew to Everton and then Villa consecutively. Do you remember? And I was in Thailand and
Was
I was
that right
getting
after
cooked.
the cup final as well? Like, it was that period. And
No,
PSG.
it's before the cup final. So this is
PSG?
February.
Oh, yeah.
This is February. And then we lost to Plymouth. And it was like, oh my God, what's going on? And then we come back, we beat Newcastle 2-0, we beat City 2-0. And yeah, the league's basically wrapped up by that point anyway. I mean, it was pretty much wrapped up by Christmas.
But I think like one loss or one draw,
It's fine.
Feels like
like mentally, it does get to the players.
Yeah, we can't afford to do a run. Every year that Arsenal have been in the title race, there's been like a 4-game period where we've had like lost, draw. Like we'll go to remember we went to Fulham and lost, then West Ham came to the Emirates and we lost, and then we drew somewhere else, and it's like, we've dropped like 9 points in a week, or like 6 points in a week. We can't afford to do that.
Yeah, then
we need to go and beat Spurs and be like, cool, Sunderland was 2 weeks ago.
And it's always suddenly Man City, like you've lost those games, but it's fine because you're above Man City, and then you remember they've got 2 games in hand. It happens like every year. Like Man City end up with a game or 2 in hand.
That first year we were in a title race with them, we were 7 points ahead, but they had a game in hand and they still had to play us twice, and it was like, oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's like suddenly like City,
And then they
they're
pasted us
7
home
points
and
behind,
away.
but it's then in their control.
Yeah,
Whereas I
which you
feel
don't
like it's a
want.
little more outright in Arsenal's control right now. Like I can't think of another period where I've felt more like it's Arsenal's title to lose. It's always been like Arsenal are trying to go head to head, or like
They've been
they're
here
playing
before.
against the treble Man
Was
City.
it 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Our first title race, we were
had so
like
many-
8 points ahead at one point.
No,
But
how
then
many
I
days
didn't-
you had
I
on
didn't-
top?
Oh, it was like 207 days.
Oh, days
Yeah.
on top.
It was like 35 game weeks or something like that. We were top.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Like, not far off.
You know
That's got to
what?
be a record, though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
The one thing I will
yeah.
think is I would put money on Arsenal not staying top of the league for the rest of this season. I don't see you
How
just
much?
staying at top.
Woof.
How much?
Woof.
Ooh,
What do you mean?
interesting.
Ooh, he's backing up now. He's backing up. He's backing
How
up.
much
He's backing up.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Well, what's your offer to me?
I'm not
you wanna do a
pitching.
bet.
I'm not
How
pitching.
about
a
I
bet.
do it?
Whoa.
But then you're backing Arsenal to stay first
No, I'm
from
just
now to the end of the
being
season.
You're an
adjudicator for this
adjudicator.
bet. I don't care about the outcome. I'm just helping you both.
What is
But I'm
the-
betting against him.
But Arsenal will stay top for the remainder
So
of the
I
Premier
So
think
League.
if you're both
I'm saying that
confident-
for at least at the end of one game week, Arsenal
come
won't
off
be
it.
first.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
I
If they
would
come
say-
off it,
I'm not
including-
across
I'm
the
not-
whole season, Jack.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
including the
that's
same.
what I'm saying.
yeah.
At
100 quid.
some point, Arsenal will slip
100
second or third.
100 quid.
But how much do you think I'm on?
How confident are you? And how
I'll
much
go
do you
half a
want?
Robbie.
No, you got this. You're not gonna
Yeah.
win the league,
Go on,
man.
you can throw Robbie.
Okay,
in
how-
for 50
I think
quid.
that I was going to say I was just going to say
You're
like
gonna win
20.
the league. You're
So
gonna win the
who
league.
thinks Arsenal will drop off the top at some point? I'm not counting the same game week. Like if our City plays
We're
Okay, Saturday, Sunday.
saying
And
at
then we
the, at
play
the end
Sunday,
of
like
each
the end
game
of
on a
the
week.
Monday
week.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of each game
Yeah, I
week.
think.
I think you'll
Yeah,
come off.
I think it'll happen.
Yeah, I think you'll come off.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if we do, I'll take you all out for a team dinner, a live at 5 dinner.
Yeah, I'll be alright.
And if not,
we're not in the
so-
bit. We're not in the
mate.
bit. It's you two.
It's you two.
Yeah, we're not in the bit.
No, I'll pay for all three of you. And then if
He's trying to offer you a
Arsenal
free
stay
dinner here,
top,
by the
then
way.
you-
Well,
then-
Nobu.
And if Arsenal don't stay top, you can split it my 3 ways.
What,
So you
100
actually
quid?
think Arsenal going to stay top for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
If you do,
Until
go
the
win the
last
league.
day of the season?
Yeah. I don't think so, but I feel like I've
To be
got
honest,
to
if you
like.
win the league,
4
and
points.
I have to buy into the delusion. It's been on here with FJ. I wouldn't be like this if he weren't here.
Go with it. Go with it. Go with it.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
with it.
Alright,
You have
cool.
to.
That's what I feel. I mean, I'm all right with agreeing to that.
All right.
Is that if Arsenal stay top every single game week for the rest of the season, we buy him a dinner. If at any point they slip, at end of any game week, he buys all of us dinner.
Yeah, go on
I ain't
then.
gonna-
To be fair though, if he wins the league and I have to buy him dinner, I probably wouldn't want to be with him.
Yeah,
after
be there.
he's just
You know,
won
we're
the
so
Delivery.
I do.
Delivery.
Bible fans are
Take
so
it.
lucky there's a World Cup. Like if Arsenal win something, at least we can move
Oh,
on to World Cup
yeah,
real
yeah.
quick.
Oh, that's so
We-
true
we
as
can-
well.
you can
all of
forget.
half
Yeah,
the
that's true,
Arsenal
though.
will be out the
No,
studio.
We'll celebrate.
People still remember.
Bro, guess I'm going to the World Cup with.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm not, so
We'll be-
I'm
we'll
alright.
be
I'll be
celebrate-
here.
yeah. Like live at
I'll be
5
in
1 week
Mexico
afterwards.
with
we'll be
Robbie
like
watching
Wharton.
like
Yeah, you will.
Colombia versus Greece.
And,
And he'd be walking around with no front medal.
They'll be like, hold that AG. I'm like, bro,
That's
right.
day in, day out. Day in,
Mexico,
day
you know.
out. Wow.
We do. Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to shake on that. You willing to
Alright.
shake on that?
No,
There you
not
go.
really.
There you
but
go.
I have.
You got to have faith,
We've
man.
got
Have
video
faith.
proof here right now. But we've got one more chat as well coming from the WhatsApp. He's Ben, who's an Arsenal fan.
Hey y'all, this is Ben
If it
from
plays.
Richmond, Virginia. I'm a member of DR Sports, and
Big up.
I really appreciate y'all putting my video in last week.
Big up, y'all.
And I'm here again with another question. I really liked your answers from last week. It was about the midfield three, and so a somewhat similar question, but more focused on what's going on this season and the Arsenal center backs of Gabriel and Saliba. And my question is, do you think it's possible for there to be a conversation about Saliba and Gabriel being an all-time Premier League center back partnership that is talked about for the future? And what do they need to achieve to become that? Thank you. Big up, y'all.
Right.
First of all, big up Ben for sending in your video.
I hope he's still
Very
alive,
much
by the way.
appreciated.
Thank you,
yeah,
Ben.
I wouldn't recommend doing the old asking DR Sports questions plus driving. At the
I think
same
he was
time.
on the other America, innit? He's on the
Oh, is he on the
passenger
other
seat.
side?
Well, basically, I
think.
thought that, but I don't know
But
if
the camera might have
reversed or not.
Anyway, that's up for discussion. But I like his jacket. Arcteryx, big fan of that. He's a cool dude.
Seatbelt on,
Ben,
safety.
safety first. But to be considered as the all-time great, or at least in the conversation,
You
in
got to
the
put
room,
medals on the table.
Couple of
get me
medals.
2 or 3 of them, and then we can have a chat.
100%.
You've got to put multiple medals on the table. By the
Get
way,
me
and
one
a
of them
Champions
as well.
League.
And even one of them if you're a bad man.
Get
if you ever
something,
drop into
something.
it. What else?
Have we got an Emirates Cup right?
Damn.
And then also put some player of the season awards up there as well. So from a United perspective, I'm thinking Rio and Vidic, right? Champions League winners. Vidic is the only centre back to win
Just
the
seen
player
a
of
quote
the
on
year
Vidic.
twice.
Do you want to hear
And
it?
all that. Yeah, go on.
Gabi Bonho.
Oh, what's he said?
He said, and I just tweeted Flex about it, so let's see if...
What's he saying now?
So it says, Gabi Bonho on Nemanja Vidic. Yeah, and I tore him apart twice. He was nowhere near the level of Ferdinand Terry or Virgil van Dijk. I've said it before, I didn't find Vidic hard to play against. He was the same level as Martin Skrtel, solid player, but not elite.
I wonder if... how long ago was that quote? Because I feel like Carell might have already done a video on
I've heard
this.
him say it a few times where he's gone at Vidic.
That is Gabriel Bonhor, right? Versus what? 2-time Player of the Year, like multiple Premier League winner Vidic, like 2-time PFA Player of the Year Vidic, Champions League winning Vidic. What did Bonhor do? Bonhor did not tear him up multiple times. That's just Bonhor is just saying stuff, man. Like, come on, he just
was a problem back in the day, though.
I slightly
he was a
agree
half
with him.
decent
He
striker.
was a problem back
But
in the day, though.
what we're saying that Vidic is
Oh, you
nowhere
agree
near
with
the
him?
other
You agree
best
with him?
ones.
Not
He's
nowhere
just
near.
part of one of the best
But I
centre-back
don't have
duos
him in
the
the.
Premier
I have
League
like Van Dijk, Ferdinand, Terry.
He's
And
better-
then
he's not better than Ferdinand.
he's not in that category. He's the just below.
But wait. You
For
know,
me.
every time Ferdinand had a partner, he's never been the leader.
True.
He's never been the leader. He's always the person helping out the leader. I always thought that Vidic was better than Ferdinand.
You think?
Yeah, Ferdinand's not a leader.
As a Liverpool fan, that surprises me because you got Vidic sent off like 4 times.
No, but
Torres
he did.
No, Liverpool
Torres
did. Torres,
had to-
Torres, El Nino. My dog. But obviously, El Nino. But obviously,
Nino.
he's never been the main centre back. He's always been the helper, you know. So I always thought that Vidic was better than him.
Yeah, we're getting a VAR check.
Yeah, I'm just checking. So Vidic played 11 matches against Bognahor, beat him 8 times, lost once, and
That's not
the
what we're
average
talking
points
about.
per game about
That's not what we're talking
2.36.
That's not what we're talking about.
I can't see if Bognahor even ever scored against him. I have no
I think
idea.
he did. At Old Trafford, they beat them 3-2 in the Vidic. Yeah.
Cool. That's one of 11 games.
Let me see that, Jack. Let me see
Well,
that.
I've got all the games up here of Vidic versus the
One of
Bognahor.
them is.
That is 8 wins for
That's
Vidic.
sick.
There is 1 loss, and it's a 1-0 loss. And load it up. Who scored the goal? A Bognahor. There you go. So a Bognahor had 1 game.
Yeah, but
one
when he
game in
says
his
I've
entire
tore
career.
him up a couple of times, like there might be 6 moments within those games where he's totally embarrassed him. He could still have lost the game. That's not his fault. He's done his job by scoring, but
What a 3 points
I'm not
that
going to
is for
go all
Bognahor.
Carell on him because I feel like it's one of those things where, as a striker, if you put him on his bum a few times and embarrass him, nutmeg him, finish, but you lose
It's in his
2-1,
head.
you have still torn him up.
Yeah,
Just because your team hasn't won, you have still torn him up, and I do think he has torn him up a couple of times because there's worse players than Torres that used to tear him up as well.
What do you think? Do you think Ferdinand's better than Vidic then? Yeah.
Ferdinand, yes.
Ferdinand is head and shoulders above.
Ferdinand, one of the
Oh.
great centre
Why,
backs
are
the
you
Premier
talking
League has ever seen.
Okay, now you're.
That's not
Easy.
even controversial.
No,
to
that
say,
is
I don't
just
think.
spot on. That is
are you
true.
going from longevity, like how long he played for, or are you going about?
Both. Rio Ferdinand was an excellent, world-class, almost borderline elite centre-back for years and years and years, collected
Not
Premier
QPR.
League titles. Maybe, not keeper at Manchester United, and he's collected so many Premier League medals, won the Champions League, won basically everything you can win, at like all the highest.
So why is
elite
he never
clubs.
the leader when he's got a centre back partner?
I'm just talking because you don't have to be the leader to be the better centre-back.
Saliba
You
will never be the
No,
leader
wait,
of
no,
Arsenal.
wait, no, wait.
You
That
don't
don't
have
make
to be.
sense. That don't make sense.
Harry Kane's one of the best strikers the Premier League's ever seen. I wouldn't say he's all the best leader we've ever seen. He was captain at
No,
Spurs,
no, no,
but
no,
he said
no,
so many
no,
times
no,
he
no,
wasn't
now
like
you're
the
you
leader.
can't say that. You
You're
can't
saying
say
like
that.
A and B side centre backs,
No,
right?
yeah. There's always one. There's a leader, and there's someone to help the leader.
But are you saying is Saliba a better footballer than Gabriel? Because Gabriel's our leader, but Saliba's a better
no. In
player.
the beginning, I thought Saliba was better than Gabriel, but it shows that Gabriel's way better than Saliba. Huh? Like we can see it. Saliba, I thought Saliba was better than Gabriel, but Gabriel's better than Saliba. You can't be one of the best centre backs. Then you got a partner, and the partner's better than you. How? He was captain. He was captain.
I don't.
How does that make sense?
I'm struggling to get your point. So you're
Oh, wow, I
saying,
see so many points there.
you're saying that Rio Ferdinand wasn't one of the best
Yeah.
because he wasn't the captain.
No,
Or
I didn't say
he
that.
wasn't
I said that
he wasn't the
every
highest
centre
leader.
back, every centre back's got a partner.
Yeah.
If you're not better than
It's
your
just the style of
wait.
centre back.
No way. If your centre back,
Damn,
the other
son.
centre back is not better than you, how can you be one of the best centre backs in the whole Premier League? When he's never had a partner, he's never had a centre back partner that he's better than.
Ferdinand was better. He was better than all of them.
Than who? We can name them.
Vidic. Literally said every centre back that Rio Ferdinand played, he was a better centre back.
No way,
He just
no
wasn't
way.
the leader.
No.
Like you look at all
How
the best
can I be better than my
centre
leader?
back pairings.
How can I be better than my leader?
Technically as a footballer.
You can't.
I'm not like Martin. I wouldn't say Martin Odegaard is the best football player at Arsenal.
No, we're
He's
talking
the
about
captain.
pairing, centre back pairing.
Yeah,
we're talking about centre back pairing.
all best centre back pairings have the players such as Rio Ferdinand, who, if I'm thinking about, for example, if I'm thinking about Real Madrid, right, they're like when they won all those Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
Rio Ferdinand was the Varane, right, and then you've got Vidic, who was more of the outspoken leader character, like Ramos was.
The
and
that
the
don't make
leader.
sense. Yeah,
But that's proven his point because
Thank
Ramos
you.
is better than Varane.
Because all I'm trying to say is that the captain, the outspoken leader, that's due to their traits, but it doesn't necessarily affect their footballing ability. As a guy with the ball at his feet,
That does
or
affect
defending
their ability.
one-on-one,
It does
or
affect
heading
their-
the ball away, it's Rio
It
Ferdinand.
does affect their
hands
ability.
down.
It does affect their ability because it's part of the ability. It's like more part
It's
of
part,
their...
it's part of their characteristics, not part of their ability.
It is. Like, leadership is an ability. Leadership is like one of the... If you're a leader, that's one of the
It's
biggest...
not, no, that's a characteristic, not an ability.
It's ability.
Is how I see it.
Okay, cool. Give me another centre-back pairing that the better player is not better than the captain. You know? I'll give you John Terry.
Van der Ven is better than Romero. Romero's captain. I've been saying.
Look
that
how low they're going. Look how low. We're talking about top level centre backs, not Romero.
30 seconds left.
We're talking about Romero. This guy dives at everything. Romero.
Yeah, I think Van der Men's better than Romero, but Romero's the captain.
That's totally
Where's the
different.
quickfire questions?
Huh? There's no time for it. We've literally we ended up covering most stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching live at 5. As I said, if you want to get involved, there's a WhatsApp number below. Loads of content coming up on DR Sports. We'll be back on Tuesday to dissect all the latest news. You can keep holding your Premier League trophy until you get lose at the end of the season.
It's not over yet.
But apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Don't forget, join us on the 14th, Friday the 14th of November. We're going to be doing a 12-hour live stream.
12 hours.
Continuous, right? To raise money for the victims of Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. There's a lot of people down there have been suffering. So come, join us. We're going to raise money. It's going to be chaos.
We are raising money for 12 hours. What we got? I know something that you cannot believe. Jamaica, we have a charity stream. You know them way there, man. You know them way there. Come on, fam.
Join us on Friday. It's going to be mayhem.